Audio check. Is everybody good? What's going on? What is going on? First time, Matt, you know what? I'm sick of you and that damn pizza. We're going to talk about this pizza. Try to see if I can adjust my screen a little bit. My little king usually does this for me. I got some news for y'all. Y'all gonna lose your damn mind. I can't read nothing yet if y'all are writing me. But damn, I got some news. I got videos that I still haven't uploaded, but man, the foolishness. Let me do my hellos first before we jump into this ridiculous video that I have to do. Anna, hello, shy till I die. The damn pizza. All right, what's going on? Caramel Beauty. Amanda Espinal, hello. Sally, you might not want to be part of this one, Sally. I'm about to get in on them supervisors. Anything on what happened in the Boston meeting? Your chooch was popping, homie. How much money does PSEs make after conversion? We'll get to that in a second. I really want to address this. I want to address this article. These articles. So a few months ago, I spoke to everybody and I told y'all what the supervisors did. And it is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing because I'm getting calls left and right. I can't read your comments, but feel free to leave them. I will address them in a second. Now, carriers. Y'all know I ride for my carriers just because I got family that are carriers. But I did mention how they had this thing where one of the postmasters decided, you know what? Let me just read the first part. Internal records. After I did this about 2 months ago, and all of a sudden now it's making it to Congress. Turn off AC and drive them out. USPS says to force workers into the heat. Internal records show the Postal Service trying to get workers out of air-conditioned offices, urging digital observance of inactivity. Now, I did mention how they're monitoring everybody and telling everybody you got to know idle time and all this other foolishness. But the email went out shortly after a dangerous heat dome in July that smothered upstate New York. A U.S. Postal Service manager in Buffalo, New York, was angry that letter carriers appeared to be lingering in air-conditioned post offices and told local supervisors to get this time back. Get this time back. Turn AC off and drive them out, the manager ordered in a July 2nd email obtained by Politico's EE News. We need to tighten our four walls up. 1 year after it was accused of falsifying heat safety training postal records for thousands of letter carriers, the Postal Service is now facing allegations that it is pushing employees to rush mail deliveries in sweltering conditions. Oh, you wait till the next part. This is going to blow your mind because Jay going to go in. And I know supervisors are watching me. Ha! Letter carriers in locations across the country say that for a second year, they have not received essential safety training on how to stay healthy in the heat, even as their personnel records say otherwise. In case you didn't know, when they give you a stand up talk in the morning, then they go into the hero and say, okay, all these people that were here, we're going to check them off. They all got the training. That's what they do. But on Thursday, the House, in a letter, urged Postmaster General Louis DeJoy to immediately implement safeguards to protect workers from heat. If there's a set of supposed mistakes coming up over and over again across the country that put people at risk of the heat, it becomes a systematic problem. The accusations come as U.S. is experiencing its hottest summer on record, blah, blah, blah. The Postal Service did not respond to the news request or comments for questions about its approach to employee safety in the heat. Letter carriers are among the workers most vulnerable to heat illness because they often drive trucks without air conditions and walk long distance carrying heavy mail bags. Hospitalizations for heat-related illnesses account for 14% of the ton of job injuries reported to OSHA. But the Postal Service has long denied that heat. The Postal Service long denied that heat harms its carriers, fighting OSHA citations. Wait for it. I'm about to give it to you. In this recent memo, y'all ain't gonna believe this, NAPS expresses concerns on EAS being subjected to heat while sitting in the back of LLVs. You know who NAPS is? National Association of Postal Supervisors. This came out yesterday. Now, because of the lady that passed away, all condolences to the family, just because she was a supervisor, all of a sudden, the supervisors union wants to get involved. Because it's safe for the carriers to be in the vehicle, but not the supervisors. Boy, this is foolery and foolery at its finest. NAPS requests that with this especially hazardous situation, due to this heat dome, that all USPS activities that would place EAS in hazardous, unsafe conditions be suspended. Not the carriers, but the supervisors. NAPS contend that to continue requiring EAS to place their lives in danger is hazardous and unsafe work practice. This is their union saying it's unsafe for them to be in the vehicles. This is what blows my mind, because I was just sitting there drinking my coffee, minding my business like I always do, and this came across me. Y'all ain't gotta believe this, but I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. Look, right there. See it? They wrote a full-fledged article. As this massive heat dome moves across the United States, NAPS is getting increasingly calls from the field concerning supervisors being required to ride in the back of LLVs without any air condition. Cry me a river. The core of the massive heat dome, responsible for multiple all-time record highs in California and Nevada, are slowly shifting eastward. Record highs were broken more than 50 locations around the country in July. NAPS has expressed our concerns for EAS being made to work in this type of environment as unsafe condition, and practice being employed by the agency impacted the lives of our members in years past. We just learned of the passing of one of our members in Fayetteville, North Carolina. NAPS noted that this notification came from news stories shared with us from the field and not from notification from the agency. So this means that the USPS ain't even telling people about what's going on. How is it the union don't know what their people is? NAPS requests that with this especially hazardous situation, due to this heat dome, that all USPS activities that would place EAS in hazardous, unsafe conditions be suspended. NAPS contends that continue to require EAS to place their lives in danger is hazardous and unsafe work practice. There's a full article on this. Now, you mean to tell me I may not be the smartest person in the world, but what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander? What? You're telling me that the supervisor can't sit in the vehicle because it's dangerous, but just sit in the vehicle because it's dangerous, but you want to put your carriers out on the street in the same exact vehicle, doing strenuous activity on a consistent basis, walking up and down the street, dealing with no, not just the heat. No, not just the heat, but people being robbed on a consistent basis, dogs on a consistent basis, nasty customers on a consistent basis, but it's unsafe for the supervisors? Let's talk about it. Oh, Jay got that new shirt right there. You see it. You see the shirt. This don't make no damn sense to me, and it shouldn't make no sense to nobody. If the supervisors don't feel like it's comfortable to be in a vehicle in the LLV and the FFV because they don't have no air conditioning, just because this one lady passed away, why in the blue hell is it okay for you to put the 200,000+ carriers in that situation? Tell me what makes sense. Tell me make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Because supervisors, they all stick together. I get it. They get the pressure from upper management. I get it. And then they pass it down to the carriers. I get it. But how dare they sit there in the first article, you remember? Get them out, push them out, get them out on the street. So somebody up top that's sitting behind a desk, sitting in air condition, is trying to put people's lives in danger, but your damn union shops, your union president can't figure this out? Yeah, I'm talking to Mr. Man that's be missing. And why is it bothering me? I'm not even a carrier. My family's a carriers. When I get on this thing and I say, how y'all doing, Postal family? I mean that. But make this make sense. You got nasty people talking about flush them out. Who do you flush out? You flush out animals. Why are you treating these same human beings like trash, but yet expect them to come back and do for you? Treat them like they're less than you. Well, here goes a real wake-up call to any supervisor, any manager. When you punch out on that clock, you are just a normal human being, just like the rest of us. You may have a little stature when you're sitting behind a desk, but the moment you punch out, you ain't nobody. I'm nobody. So watch how you treat your people, because the foolery, the moment I punch out, if I'm about to die and you keep pushing my buttons, the moment you punch out, it can cause what you really want. You really wanted this problem. So somebody up top has to figure this out. Yes, we got some new vehicles coming out. Are they here yet? No. You hear them talking about the hottest summers on record. Inside of those vehicles, 100+. I train people every day in them things. They cook. What do you call them? Easy bake ovens? This don't make no sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's not okay. It's not okay. But they're saying that this individual, this person that made that comment, push them out because they're lingering too long, because they're worried about numbers? Because they're worried about numbers? Really? Come on, man. This don't make sense to me, because I have a daughter that gets in that hot vehicle. I got a sister that gets in that hot vehicle. And they got supervisors. And these supervisors that get in those positions, don't forget where you come from. Don't forget where you come from. Because your managers are telling you to get in the back of them hot boxes now. Don't forget where you come from. There is a way to manage. I got one person, that one postmaster that I continue to talk to. For some reason, he gets it. He was there. He gets it. He figured out a way to appease to his managers as well as take care of his employees. There has to be more of that, because from what I'm gathering, there is no empathy left. What do you expect? All your carriers are ready to jump ship. Rightfully so. I don't agree that they should, but I get it. I understand it. Because not even getting paid more, nothing more for COVID, come on, man. Come on. I was talking to somebody today, and they just happen to have the inspectors come to their station. All right, I ain't gonna ruin the whole backstory, the whole store, where it's located. And the inspectors came there because somebody got arrested. I want y'all to hear this. Somebody got arrested for stealing the arrow key, right? Now, what do you guys do when you get your arrow key? You have to sign the arrow keys out, right? You get number 1, you get number 2, you get number 3. Well, the person that got robbed didn't sign out the right arrow key number. So the inspection service couldn't charge the person correctly because they didn't sign out the right key. Here's what's even better. In this specific station, and it's still under the investigation, so I can't say where. In this specific station, 30 arrow keys are missing right now. 30. So how do they expect the carriers to do their job when 30 are missing? It's a consistent basis. How do you expect them if a carrier comes in and says, hey, man, I got to go do my job? Of course, they're going to grab whatever key is necessary so they can complete the task, so they don't have no idle time. Let's make all this make sense. Let's make it make sense. This place has gone bass backwards. I used to sit here and I preached for years about this place being it. This place paying my bills. It does all of that, but it's not even worth it at this point when you have nasty management. Now all of a sudden their union's going to bat for them, right? You got nasty customers. You got these people getting robbed, and there is no end in sight. There is no hope for tomorrow. You got their own using president that nobody can seem to get rid of. Make it make sense. It doesn't look appetizing anymore. It doesn't. It doesn't look appetizing at all. Why stay? Why? And I'm reading somebody else's thing talking about this other gentleman. He's talking about, hey, there's a specific station somewhere USA talking about they want to strike. Now, that's not even a thing. But if they all decide not to come to work, who gonna do it? Clearly, the supervisors don't want to get in them hot boxes. Who gonna do it? I idiot thing that trust with. So let's read some of these comments. I just had to, don't make no sense. You want to read that article? Go to postaltimes.com and read that article. It's the first thing that popped up. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And you want to see that article about the turn off the AC? That's on E&E News by Politico. Turn off the AC and drive them out. Y'all see this? Turn off the AC and drive them out. That's crazy. Drive? Who are you driving out? Why? Come on, man. These are human beings. Treat your employees like human beings. Treat them like human beings. Foolishness. Let me see what y'all saying. I was just running my damn mouth. All right. It's ridiculous. I can't even find y'all got me over here. Hot. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all about your contract, because ain't nothing going on with y'all contract either. Bryce, what's going on? Olinator, how you doing? Glenn, what's going on? Kalik, I think I said that right. Yeah, that's my dog, Bryce. Carmel Beauty, thank you. I had to tell the supervisor about herself yesterday as a clerk. They pick and choose who they like and say things to. We're gonna address that too. Enough with that. Okay, enough with that. Let me be clear about something. Any of the supervisors that are watching, and you can show this to the supervisors, the moment you utter anything that may be slightly prejudiced, this goes for the black ones talking to the white people. This goes for the white people talking to the black people. This goes for the Indians talking to whoever they want to talk to. You watch how you speak to these carriers, because they can wait after the job and whoop your ass. All right, I'm hearing some real nasty prejudice stuff slip out of people's mouth. And a lot of these people that send me these things saying, Jay, please don't. Jay, don't put them out there. I'm worried about my job. Why in the hell are my carrier family worried about their job because some stinking ass supervisor decided to utter the N word to them? Or calling somebody a crap. Come on, man. Supervisors, you ain't above the law. Watch your mother mouth. If anybody ever uttered that to me, I promise you, you can never. Stop thinking that you above the law. Stop thinking you above the law. You get a little position. Don't forget, you got to punch out. And if the inspectors ain't coming to save somebody when they getting robbed, you think they gonna come save your ass? Cut the shit. Cut the shit. I literally got off I got home and I was like, I'm talking and I ain't get to shower and I'm getting left and right. People hitting me up. Jay, man, I'm getting videos. Jay, please don't. Jay, please don't. Jay, please don't. Boy, just because I worry about my family having to deal with the blowback if I put it out there, because they can't even fall back on their union to protect them because they feel like unions are in bed with management. What's left to stay here for? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some asshole carriers out there. There's some asshole workers. But when I hear it and I'm listening, oh, supervisors, you best believe after the first few been removed, oh, these carriers they watching you. They on it because that's their only protection. And the moment I put it out there, you best believe I got the OIG watches me regularly. 2 T's in a bucket. Fuck it. I said it. They've asked me to use some of my videos. Now I put it out there. Email requested me just for permission. No lies told. Some people that know me have seen it. I'm like, yo, you believe this? I think it's a joke. Yeah. So they watch me. And then when I start speaking about it, all of a sudden the supervisor has some issue. Don't be that asshole supervisor. Don't have nobody reaching out to me because I've got no filter. All right. This place is taking care of me. Stop treating your fellow co-workers because you're not above them. They're your fellow co-workers. Stop treating them like trash. When I get my paycheck, it's from one specific place. When you get your paycheck, it's from the same exact place. You just have a different title and a different level of pay. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. Speak to people like you want to be spoken to, because some people are at that point nowadays. You can't play with nobody. This day and age, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. People are at their wits' end. I'm cautious of what I say. I got a slick mouth, but I'm cautious because I don't want y'all see me with a busted lip because I done slipped up. Supervisors, you need to remember that. These people ain't gonna be taking your shit. Talking about, hey, you, watch your mouth. You talking to grown people here. We need one giant union, no crafts, just one big union. I don't know. It's different once you're off the clock. No question. No question. No question. Woo! Can't depend on union either to help correct management supervisor. There are some people that fight for theirs. There are some. They do have some pretty good union shop stewards, but there's too far in few between. It's too far few in between, just like the supervisors that are good. Too far few in between. Just like the managers, too far few in between. I got some great managers I interact with, and I watch them, and I commend them. I'll be like, man, I love how you interact with your employees, man. You get the job done. And I tell them that. They don't get no praise from their bosses. But I tell them that. It may not mean a lot, but I know with them hearing it, they continue to be themselves and they get the job done. Now, I was talking to some people this morning. They want everybody to put pen to paper, write people up for every little one click over. At what point, and then when these people sitting there like, really, man, I'll let you know what's going on. Then they turn around and don't show up. Who gonna do the job? Too many factors coming from too many different areas. There's too many people stuck in their ways. This is true. You can't sit there and implement 1,000 different things in a short period of time and expect everybody to fall in line. You have to follow. There's ways to implement things. And we clearly see they couldn't implement it correctly from all the stuff that's been going on with all these places that have been backed up, mail been backed up in Georgia for weeks and months and all that other foolishness. We got to figure this out. And it's time for some of you guys to step up, because nobody wants to step into management. I was talking to somebody, said, man, yeah, I don't know, man. The moment this person steps into management, they feel like they control like a puppet. And I'm telling people, hey, there's got to be a way to be a happy medium. There is really, not everybody's built for management. This is true. Not everybody's built for management. But there has to be a way that you can please your managers as well as still work with your peers in order to get the job done. And if you don't have that in you, definitely don't step into management. But that's where people have to go to school. They have to get the right training, not this foolishness that I be hearing, man. 80% of the message for the training these people got last week was pen to paper, pen to paper, pen to paper. What is that going to do? It causes resentment. It causes resentment. And you expect them to all be there on time? Oh, let's change the time that the people start. Let's change it. We got to get these hours. We don't want them to go on a night differential. We got to get them back on time. I get that. But man, you got to have people in place that a regular worker wants to come and deal with. My supervisors, great. I don't see them much, but their demeanor, excellent, excellent. And they used to be carriers, excellent demeanor. My last supervisor and manager, we had some issues. I understand them. I get along with them fine now. They had some issues. They changed their ways. I get them. But I go to some of these stations and see some of that tish that go on. The lies from the clock rings being removed. The foolishness. It's just so much. How do the people deal with now? It's not a vent session for me. But I'm telling you, I understand. I understand it. And it's not fair. They gotta come better. But what ticked me off was all of a sudden, because one supervisor passes away, now management wants to say it's not safe. We don't want our people in there. It's not safe. Well, the carriers, those are the worker bees. They can die. What? What'd I say? I idiot thing not trust with. All right. 500 days without a contract. Who needs a contract? Just keep going to work, Steve. Steve, when I come to New York, you gonna buy me a pizza, brother. He's like, man. John Farmer made it through his 90. Congratulations. Boss Doe, injured on the job, haven't been working all year. Federal's workers' comp is dirty, guys. Don't let these people drive you to hurt yourself, because when you hurt your own yeah. So let me address that, boss. The problem with that is that when people do actually hurt themselves, it's like the boy that cried wolf. So this is from a different perspective, but I'm gonna tell you what it is, because I have people that work in the actual place that deal with the workers' comp. Now, there's people that abuse FMLA. We know this. Every one of you know this. Every one of you knows this, which burdens other people with work. If you don't agree with me, it's probably one of you. But you can't sit there and be like, oh, I slipped off the sidewalk and sprained my ankle and now I need FMLA. Oh, it flares up. Wait, what? You're a normal sized person. It's not like you overweight and you got a sprain on your ankle, but you've been flaring up for the last 2 years because you twisted your ankle off the curb just a little bit. But we see you at the beach. You know how hard it is to walk on sand? Come on now. And that's what they deal with on a consistent basis. So they have to deal with the fraudulent ones. And then when somebody actually gets hurt on the job, they're less privy to approve it. They want more documentation. They want more foolishness, which in turn, it's like we're hurting ourselves. So unfortunately, in these situations, we you know, it's the wall we built for ourselves. The LLV vehicles had the AC taken out of them. I don't even think the LLVs had AC. REM facts. Come on now, that's right. Preach. No preaching. We talking. We keep it in 100. That's HUNNIT. 100. Jay Holmes jamming in the background. Oh yeah, you see him bang. Yeah. yeah. I want to move up. It seems like too much of a headache. Don't look at it that way. Don't look at it as being a headache. Don't look at it that way. It is definitely going to be uncomfortable if you step up. But if you have the right intentions, get your right training, and be part of some of this change. Because if nobody steps up, the culture never changes. Look, you see, I keep showing you the shirt. Tina doing it right there. She made me some shirts. I got another shirt. Let me be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere. So this next shirt, I said, what I've been talking about, make it make sense? Look. There it is right there. Self-explanatory. The post office don't have to make sense. But that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. Yeah, I did. I went to get the shirt. It's kind of my thing. But AI love, there you is. I always say what is up is down in the PO. This is a shame. Is that my man Derek right there? I can't tell. No, I can't see. But yeah, Tina dropped me off some shirts, man. She just be making them. And sometimes you gotta wear this around them just so the supervisor could look at you like, you stinking mother, wear them on a Sunday or something when you ain't gotta be in real uniform. Let them know. Y'all, that's not elevator music. What y'all talking about? That's jamming. It's peaceful. Y'all need to listen to some peaceful stuff when you get out of work. All this foolishness you deal with on a consistent basis. Got to be a way to unwind. Has to be. Has to release your stress. Smooth jazz, exactly. Oleanator, new to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Sunshine. There it is. Let me see. The TTO driver with DUI, suspended license, still driving like it's nothing. Oh, man. Wow. DUI and suspended license. Thank you, APWU. I was told by Voma they took the AC out. You know what? The VMF. Yeah. I'm going to ask them. I mean, I'm just going through y'all it's all about respect, to be honest. Just because you're in a better position than other person doesn't mean anything. This is so true. This is so true. If you get to a better position, don't forget where you came from. I mean, I'm not begging anybody, but just don't forget where you came from. Every single person that's watching me right now has things going on in their life. Every single one of you. Every person. Good, bad, or indifferent. Every person. Somebody had a child that had a first day of school. You had to show up late. Somebody's going through an operation. Somebody's got a back problem. Somebody's going through a divorce. People understand lifes. Every one of you. And you know who life's for as well? Supervisors and managers. Life's for them as well. But they stick together. And they're like, well, I'm going to show up about an hour late, 2 hours late because I got to take care of business. But when it come down to you, oh, no. Lord, I got people that email me and say, hey, look, I got a doctor's appointment. I don't know what to do. Go to the goddamn doctor. Oh, I got, I found out that I might have, I don't like to even say the word, the pink shirts for? Yeah, I might have, but I'm scared to even, what are you scared for? Why are we scared? Why? Why are we scared to request time to take care of you? Because this person passes away, that lady supervisor that passed away, they have another supervisor in place already. The next day, they have somebody there. The moment something happens to you, somebody is going to be in your place. Take care of you first. My job is safety at the post office. And I tell all the people that are coming in, I let them know, all the carriers, and I say, look, I don't care what they tell you at your station, your safety comes first. If you're uncomfortable, you stop the vehicle, you hydrate, you do whatever it is you need to do. When they call you and start telling you why you didn't answer your phone, you ain't pay my bill. What you mean why I answer my phone? Don't be part of the problem because management forces you to be part of the problem and just expects that you're just going to go along. Don't work like that. And the more you submit, now I don't mean be rebellious, but the more you submit knowing that something is wrong, I am guilty of that as well. But the more you do, the more you become part of the problem. That doesn't mean start an uprising. No. That means following the rules. I see a lot of people in here that are union people. And they say, if you know that book, just like Wanda said, if you know that book, you can't be touched. Don't abuse it. But if you know the book, you can't be touched. And this is all true. If you know the book, you can't be touched. You're not supposed to be driving with your phone to your ear. You're not supposed to have earpieces in. They're not supposed to call you when you're on your route. You're supposed to send a message through your scanner. You're supposed to stop when it's safe. Pull over, because the moment that something happens, then what? You're only supposed to drive vehicles that you're certified on, right? Right. If you don't know how to drive it, or you've never, been certified on it, don't get in the vehicle. Don't let them force you into it. But they can't force you to be unsafe and then complain when something bad happens. Don't be part of the problem. You got to get home to your families. You see me? Let's talk. They better use that scanner to message me. I don't answer my phone. I know that's right. If management gets mad at you for not answering your phone, tell them to supply you with a company phone. There it is. Know your policies. We are definitely replaceable. Excuse me. People let management intimidate them. Why? I like that. I like that statement. I don't like the fact that people feel intimidated. A manager, a good manager, is just that, is a coach. That's all they are. They're supposed to get their team and use the strong ones to help the ones that aren't as good and make the team work together, mesh the team together. There are a handful of stations in this country, a couple of you told me, where people work together to get the job done. They're not sitting there filing grievances on each other. Oh, you called him before you called me. They get the job done. Everybody gets home and they're all able to do their thing. They make their money and they do things the right way. That lady that I spoke to the other day, Sheba Curls, she mentioned how a lot of the managers will turn employees against each other. Why? A lot of you have said that to me. Behind the scenes, they email me. I can't say your names because you asked not to be spoke. But what is that even about? Turning employees against each other. You want them to work with you. You want them to complete the job. You're supposed to encourage, uplift, not be quick to talk about pen to paper, write them up. Write them all up. Piss off about 20 of those carriers. And then you get your ass in that hot box and go deliver some mail. Half of them can't even walk. Go look at some of their chairs. It's squished down so much because they couldn't get off of them. It's disgusting. And I'm not knocking all supervisors, but the ones that have them stinking ass attitudes, they gots to go. And it just imagine, there's so many of them around the country, and I get so many emails. Just know that when the person says, you know what, Jay, screw it, Jay gonna put it out there. Then you gotta worry about somebody coming and saying, hey, we need to have an interview with you. You know how uncomfortable that is? When a supervisor gets pulled and has to get an investigative interview? I know for a fact, one of the stories I did a couple months ago, I can't ruin it, but I did a lot of stories. But that specific person at that station is now being removed. They are in the process of moving that person. And it wasn't that lady that got already moved, but somebody else. They're in the process of getting removed because they treat people like trash. You can't treat people like trash, get caught treating people like trash, lying about it. Then when you get exposed, oh, I was just trying to do what the boss told me to do. No, you just got to the point where you had so much power that you felt like you could intimidate people and do what you wanted to do. And stop moving them from office to office. That's not the answer. I know that's right, Susan. I'll be noticing the overweight ones. Oof, can be rude. We're not talking about people's weight. That's funny. USPS families should stay together no matter the job description. I believe that. A manager's main job is to facilitate the ability to successfully do the job. They're supposed to help their people succeed. This is true. This is so true. And the problem is that once they get the power, they forget it. I watch supervisors go in and they take training and they walk out with the same demeanor. And I feel bad because I know the type of training that they're getting. Some of them have to take, good training, but I know when they bring them all together, we gotta push them down. We gotta close the walls in. What? Come on, man. If nobody else, y'all ain't gonna replace no carriers. Carriers are the ones that make, yeah, okay? Carriers are the ones going door to door to door to door. From the top of Oregon to the bottom of Key West. Those are the ones going door to door to door to door. You can't get rid of them. Embrace them. Work with them. But this foolishness about naps, now all of a sudden nap, come on, man. Ones that speak up for themselves, they don't like. They abuse the ones who bow at their feet with splits instead of saying no. This is true, Gabrielle. This is true. This is true. The moment you give a little pushback because you don't like the way you're being spoken to, now you're the problem? No. Speak to me like a human being. You speak to me with respect, I'm going to give you a respectful answer. And that's not me being arrogant. That's not me being cocky. It's how it is. If you're on the street and somebody says, excuse me, can I pass you? You're not going to turn to them and flip on them. No. But somebody come up behind you and say, move the F out the way. What's your response going to be? Common sense. You're going to get defensive. Who are you talking to? I don't care if you're the tiniest person in the world. You're going to lash back out at them, right? That's the same concept of the post office. These managers got to understand. You cannot talk to people about that. You cannot be racist or prejudiced. I promise you. The moment, because if they say, Jay, it's okay, and I put your information out there, because I will, the moment I hear anybody talking prejudice, I'm going to put your information out there. That's not acceptable. I don't even think they'll keep you for that one. Nasty. And just because you feel like you can say it once, that means you felt comfortable saying it before. Got people in fear. That's not the way to manage. All you are is a bully. Bully. I used to say there was, what do you call that? Hazing at the post office. No, there's just some straight ass bullies now. Why? What is the average job like for the tractor trailer driver at the USPS? Average job. They pick up mail, they drop mail off to the station. They pick up mail from the plants, they pick up mail from the airport, and they drop them off. They just drive back and forth. They push mail on the truck, push mail off the truck. We got scanners. It's pretty basic. If you've done real work before, this is very easy. If you've never done truck driving work before, then you may complain, but it's probably one of the easiest jobs I've had. Unrealistic time frames, but besides that, it's very easy. Do you think the big election has something to do with the NALC contract issues? Someone did appoint we're all over the news for a bit now, silence. Oh, man. Well, you talking about the big election? Oh, no, I don't talk about politics. I'm sorry. Can't talk about politics. You know that, Yaya. Come on now. Can you talk more about the MVO? MVO, motor vehicle operator. They do exactly the same thing as a tractor trailer operator, just in a smaller vehicle. They just move mail from one spot to another. They do smaller pickups, but same exact thing. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I don't talk about politics on here. This is real. Each and every one of you that's a carrier right now, I could stuff all 100 and something in you in one room. Zero politics to be spoken. Each of you identify with each other. Each of you can relate to each other. Each of you. Each of you are going through the same struggles monetarily. Each of you have the same goals. minus the politics. Hence the reason why I won't speak about it. We're more alike than you guys think. It's true. Hence why I won't speak about it. Kalik, I'm so excited to start this job. Well, no. Well, let's see. I know this man is watching me on live and he is texting me. Anyway, so Postal family, I wanted to get that off my chest. It's wild. If you want to read those articles for yourself, just to piss yourselves off. And it's not really to piss you off. I've been pissed off for you. It bothered me because it seems as if unless it happens to a supervisor, now all of a sudden people are in an uproar. Come on, man. Come on. That don't even make sense. But if you want to read it for yourself, you can go on EEO News. I can't post anything on here for some reason. It won't let me post. My bad. EEO News by Politico, and this just came out today, 8:15, about to turn off the AC and drive them out. Y'all thought I was kidding when I said I had that article. That article was from the beginning of July. Who sends an email like that? Like they don't think that these people read them? Anytime you type anything into the emails, it's being tracked on a government website, idiot. And then as far as the National Association of Postal Supervisors, that's on the Postal Times website. So you can go over there and it just popped up. Now all of a sudden they want to be in an uproar. That's wild. That's wild. It's like they have zero concern for the people that do the hardest of work. Okay. Oh, but what happened to the PVO position? Is this still happening? Yes, they are still doing it. Actually, I had somebody email me yesterday from the PVO. But when they have major changes like that, just because of the politics end of it, I don't know if you remember, a few months ago, they told DeJoy to stop with major changes. The PVO thing was a pilot program, so it is still happening. They still have it. They haven't implemented it in a bunch of places yet, but a lot of places have them so far. But as far as moving forward with more of them, I don't think you're going to see any more until after the election. Well, after the new year. I don't want to talk about election, but after the new year, I think you'll see more of the consolidations, and then you see the PVO positions popping up to level 6. Just Google USPS email heat. There it is. They had a clerk carrying mail, but sent me to another office after not answering my phone on Wednesday, plus filing 6 grievances that he has been refusing to give time to our union steward. What? You can't make this stuff up. Y'all reading this stuff? You reading this? Like, just when you think things aren't real, you just see somebody else write something. You can't make that up. Why? Why is things like that being difficult? Like, you don't have to answer your phone. Send a clerk to do the job, right? I understand the mail has to get done. We all know the mail has to get out. But we got to be realistic behind this. I think we're our best at minute for your job title. Thank you for covering our crafts and keeping us awake. Huh? For sure. Only 64. Come on, fam. Yeah. I don't need the thumbs up, brother. I just need people to know the information. I don't beg for thumbs up. I don't beg for subscribes. If you like what I say, you'll do what you feel. All right? I don't need all that extra stuff. I don't do it for the fame. Do it to share some information. Question, the tier change yet? Hope I spelled that right. If a MVO is level 7, when are they supposed to move to level 8? Once contract starts? Well, if this passed, so let's just say, this is how it works. Let's just say they agree to a contract, right? Boom. Let's say they agree on September 1st. Just speculation, okay? Not saying that's when it is, just using a date. They agree on September 1st. They say, okay, our contract is going to start on January 1st, okay? So once it starts on January 1st, but they've agreed on September, then January 1st, all the changes happen at that point. So the moment any contract is signed, they have to do a lot of behind the scenes paperwork. Remember, there's a lot of people for every position. So they got to play with numbers and change things up throughout the whole system. So it won't happen immediately. Now, if it gets implemented on this specific date, it's supposed to be implemented from the day that the last contract ended. So that's where we get the whole back pay thing, if that does come to fruition, okay? When I see decisions that come from the top, all I can do, you ain't lying. Don't forget that. Yeah, I'm about to put you out. Keep that bottle. Speaking from a rural contract, is it going to be a long time? Man, nobody knows what goes on rural carriers. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm repeating that 3 or 4 times. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't know what's going on with the rural contract. I don't know why y'all ain't decertify a union yet, but y'all gotta, that's a rough situation. I think the rural carriers are, my opinion, I think they're too complacent where they are. They like and enjoy the fact that they still can get paid 50 hours and only do 40 hours of work, even though they shrunk or, y'all lost a big chunk of money. But I don't think they're really fighting. They're more so of passive. And that's the only way I can say it. It's my opinion. I think that the rural carriers contract, the union is passive. I think they're very passive, and they're not doing enough to move it forward. Now, here's another thing that somebody mentioned. My man, mailman Nick, while it just crossed my mind. If there is union people that are watching, from the top all the way down, from every single union, Nick's words were very specific. They need to make it more friendly or more welcoming for younger people. That's why a lot of the young people do not show up to the union. Because when they show up to a union, about to get into the energy again, when they show up to a union, they sit up there and they have to follow some information. Obviously, they got to read off this and read off that and talk about this, but they have to make it so that the average person can understand it. Number one, because if I walk into a union hall, why do I need a book to understand the translation? They need to have people that are more, they break things down so that people can comprehend what it is that they're trying to do when they're trying to do it. They have to do that, because if the younger people start showing up to the union meetings, I promise you things would change. That's facts right there. But what's happening is the people that are sitting up top have been there, done that. And they kind of are okay with a lot of the younger people not showing up, in my opinion. They don't want the younger people to start showing up, because once they start showing up, younger people got a lot of voice. They do. Make it more receptive for the younger people. Make it more tasty for them to show up. Say, hey, y'all coming out here. We got some fried chicken. We're going to barbecue this weekend, whatever. I promise you people will start showing up. I promise you they'll make it time. Don't make these union meetings during work hours, especially for the carriers. All of them off on certain days, make it on a Sunday, whatever the case is. But if you really want the feedback from your union members that you're taking money from and collecting, let it be so that the union meetings, the meetings are there for everyone to understand. Break it. I ain't talking about break it down where it's, the cat in the hat. Don't be foolish with it. But break it down so that when a union paying member shows up, they can understand it. They don't fall asleep. They get bored. They're ready to come back to the next time because they feel like their voice is being heard. But I don't honestly think that a lot of the people that are sitting in the top, they always say, all you people say, it's the same people. This is the complaint that they get. It's the same people showing up to the union meetings. If it's the same people showing up to the union meetings, change the culture. Change the culture. They don't want to sit there and listen to you talk about, okay, please write, welcome to such and such. Okay, last month we collected 400 and article and it's passed. What the fuck is you talking about right now? Let's talk about the real deal. Okay, let's talk about the real deal when we can get some new vehicles. Tell us when this is starting to happen. I don't want to go listen to some dude on the radio, on the YouTube, talking about, oh, he thinks this is when it's coming. Tell me what's going on. I want to know when the mail handlers are going to get our raise. Tell me when. That's what I want to know. Tell me when the truck drivers are going to be moving up. Tell me when. I don't want to hear about how much money you made last month. This person done graduated from there and we donated X amount. I don't care about that. Talk about what matters to me. Start talking about that. I guarantee you people will start showing up. Then people start voicing their opinions. Say, okay, well, we're going to speak about this for the first 25 minutes. And then after that, we have a whole hour and a half dedicated to you voicing your and expressing your concerns. Watch and see how many people start showing up then. I don't think they want that. I don't. There are some places in this country that, they party when they go to their union meetings because they're receptive. And those are the ones that are strong. But when you start talking boring stuff, that is necessary. Yes, it's necessary. But the younger people don't give two rat's asses about that. They want to know when you're going to pay me, how much am I going to get my raise, when you're going to change this nasty culture that we got going on here. Let them know, hey, you know what? You show up to this meeting next Friday, we're going to be talking about these damn supervisors and what we can do to combat that. This is what this meeting is talking about. We want you all to show up. We got a barbecue. You think they won't show up? Talk to me. They got to make this younger people friendly at the end of the day, because there's a bunch of younger people here and their voice needs to be heard. Tell me I'm lying. Now I can't see. Bear with me. How are we supposed to get new USPS people hires with this? What? With what? Unconscious can't find you, insta circle jerk. What are we talking about right now? Oh yeah. They need to do some little raffles and stuff. Y'all got it going on? 50 to a meeting, random drawers, BS. Well, I mean, something's better than nothing. A lot of their union dues does go to a lot of the lawyers, because some people be screwing up and they have to pay them. I get it. But you have to explain it to me. Where are my dues going? Where are they going? Explain it to me. I'm dumb. I'm just walking in. The first day I walked in, you came to me and said, hey, sign this paper. We're going to be there for you. I sat there and signed it. Now I'm giving you $65 a month, and I have no idea what it's doing. Show me. Tell me what you're doing with my money. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay. Oh, you're fighting for us? You going up there? Okay. You sure you're going to be fighting for us? Oh, how do I know you're going to be fighting for us? Because Tyler Vasor is over there saying, make this goddamn union contract transparent. Okay. I agree with this. Okay. I get the union dues now. This makes sense to me now. You fighting for this? Oh yeah. Please take my money. I don't think they want that though. But that's just Jay's opinion. I don't speak on behalf of the post office. There are a lot of new young people ready to work, but the intro to USPS is overwhelming. This is true. It's overwhelming. We got a lot of young people that take it BS. I feel like USPS is stuck and needs to get a new generation. And hey, I'm the older generation. I think they need to balance it out, though. I do. I think they need to balance it out. Appreciate you, Bryce. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. My authors can't keep subs. See? That's it. 300 carriers at my area and only like 20 people show up for meetings. That's a shame. 20 people out of 300, 20 people are making a decision on that 300's career. 20 people are making decisions on behalf of 300. Just imagine that. That's why I say, go to your meetings. Go find out. Force them to listen. It's not being rebellious. It's not being an asshole. It's not being rambunctious. Look, I just need to understand this. Okay? Because I sure as hell can't make the post office make sense. So please make this union make sense to me. Because at what point is it that you're just churning your wheels, just going? At what point? And you're just like, I don't know. Now you're in the rat race of life, the circle of just punching the clock and just go and make my little dollar and go home. You got to have some reason to want to come back. There are plenty of reasons. I know that. I've been here long enough. But they need to break that down for everybody else that's going through it. The 300,000 carriers that can't figure out why at this point. Why? What is going on? Who are these damn delegates that said, yes, this man's okay? Who? That's from wrestling. Who are these delegates that said, Renfro's all right on your behalf? On your behalf. About a year ago, I said, y'all better step it up. Thought I was crazy. Now you're sitting there like, this is some bull. This man went up there and didn't say nothing about the contract. Full week, nothing about the contract. We're working on it. What? Working on what? Tell me what you're working on. Better work conditions. You said that last time. Come on now, tell me something new. What are you working on? Well, we got to keep it on the hush. No. Hush what? I'm not paying for you to be on the hush. I'm paying so that I can know what's going on, so I can make an educated decision if I need to start looking for work elsewhere. Jay doesn't condone that. Trust that. I don't condone anybody leaving this place. I believe that things may get better. I don't know about the carriers right now. This is ridiculous. But they should be transparent. And that's what Tyler Vassourman, he's doing. He's doing it. That's just one young man, though, with a little group of people making a small change. Imagine if all your voices were heard. Imagine that. Right now, 20 people dictating 300 people's lives. Does that even sound right? It don't. And you wonder why one supervisor passes away. Now this is national news. And now they're fighting back, and now they're going to Congress. No. What? Anyway. What's going on, Michael? Renfro's out of here. West Palm Beach in the building. I see you, Mike. This is why you watch me. I just talk shit. It's kind of my thing. You made schedule my next union meeting and my calendar gonna actually attend this time. Please do, Kent. And I'm telling you, this was Mailman Nick. We in a little chat group, and he made that one comment, and it hit me in the head. And I said I was gonna make a full video on that. I don't need to make a full video on that, but they need to understand. It just needs to make sense. Whatever union you're in, you have to make it tasty for people to want to show up. Instead of complaining, nobody wants to show up. You got crackers and water. Come on over. Crackers and water. Nah. No. I want to hear some watermelon fried chicken, some rice and beans, some roast condoleezza, whatever. I want to know that they're going to have some music in the background right after we done with business. We're going to be able to go outside because it's a union hall. We're going to be able to drink a beer, talk some tish with each other, and enjoy the camaraderie of being unified underneath a union. That's what they used to do. But now, come on now, talk to me. Talk to me, fam. Union always talk about scabs. Who cares if you're in a union or not? We still do the same job. There we talking about scabs. That is such an old term, scabs. Scab these, I gotta watch what I'm saying. Scabs. What? Come on now. Scabs. Scabs. That's so petty. You can sit there and talk about, oh, you're a scab. Pull that, what have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Like, what you talking about, scab? Because I didn't give you my money? Show me, put it out. Show me what you did. Show me what you did besides take a vacation and call out whenever you wanted to and claim you got FMLA because you tripped on a curb. But I'm a scab. You ain't did shit for me. Well, we get you raises. You see what's going on with the NALC? We don't even know what's going on, cuz. What have you done for me lately? But you won't call me a scab? Jay on it right now. Jay on it right now. Just got done talking to our station rep about becoming a future rep. That's what I'm talking about, Tyren. I'm trying to get this good old boy nonsense up. Okay. All right. Good. I don't want to. Yeah, okay. When I was a CCA, I raised my hand during a union meeting when I was first time for new business, asked the powers to be what the union was doing to promote unity, and they encouraged the young man. And what they say there. See, that's what you're supposed to do. Young members. Because every single carrier that walks into that, what is it, the orientation, they are there. Hey, guys, we need you guys to sign up. Guys, to sign up. Then where they at? It's wild. Their response was, how did you find out about this meeting? I said, I saw the notices posted on the clock. And they said, well, that's foolishness. That's foolishness. They need to make this more welcoming for everybody. Because y'all wouldn't be watching me right now if your union was doing all right. Y'all wouldn't be watching me right now if your union was fighting to get an air condition in a vehicle. Of that little hot box, that little fan, I move the vehicles to set them up when I train the people. And I be sweating by 7:30 in the morning. Oh, God, jeez. Y'all wonder why I wear the headscarf, because I ain't got no hair, so the sweat go down to my eyes. It's kind of my thing. But I can't fathom it. I tell the people when they come in, listen, you're going to be sweating in places you didn't know you had places. It's uncomfortable. It's unsanitary. It's nasty. I keep it 100 with them. I don't want y'all coming in here and you got the short sleeves and you wondering why your skin getting all infected because this seatbelt that's sitting in your LLV is almost 40 years old. You see that seatbelt? You see all that dirt around the neck? That's 40 years of sweat juice. Just all rubbing on your neck. Yeah. It's disgusting. And they want you to rush. It's disgusting. You see that? They tell you not to alter the seats. You can't put a seat cushion on there. People sweat, man. I train people and they sweating all down there. I got off the seat the other day and I went and sat down like, this is nasty. It's unsanitary. And then the ladies, they got their, shorts on and you got to worry about, and the guys too, right behind their kneecaps. I'm sure like y'all can see me. They're right behind their kneecaps with the nasty sweat juice. Come on now. This place ain't, what is the union doing to combat that? How y'all helping us? I mean, everything about it seems unsafe. Everything. The doors don't close all the way. They slide open when you're driving. This seems like, obviously we've discussed this whole place having inadequate equipment and antiquated equipment, old, and they are changing some things. It's not coming fast enough, but at what expense? People are dying. It's not cool. Talk to me. All right, what did I miss here? Clorox wipes, yes. It's a toaster box. Too much gatekeeping. Union in Tuscaloosa didn't side with our sister union and voted out our seniors' grandfather status and took away $600 a month from the guys who put their time. What? It be so corrupt. It doesn't make sense. A union, unity, unified, one. The word, uni, one. And they combat their own people. Whose voice? But when they up on stage in front of an audience, one union, unity. Stop bullshitting people, man. Y'all ain't unified. APWU getting better. I was on their ass for a while. He's being more transparent. And I kind of like the direction he's going. But The carriers, the second biggest. Come on now. Unity. Shut up. Show a contract. Carrier's dying. And now supervisors is fighting what you supposed to be doing. He ain't putting no letter out. Clown. Inhumane. There it is. We haven't had an ice machine since last year in Texas. Apparently we have to put our money together. No. They have money. They have... yeah, Jay about to put it out there. They do get a lot of a certain amount of money. They can buy an ice machine. What ends up happening is that, okay, they got one ice machine, it's filled up. The first 10 carriers going to empty it out. And the other 30 ain't going to have no ice. That's what happens. It's what happens. Get us water. They had money to do that. They bought cases of water in. First 15 carriers come in. They was taking cases, putting them in their car. This is all, hey, you working against each other. Then the last few come in. Where's the water? They get half drink bottle of water to put in their vehicle. So they got a budget. The budget ain't to feed people's homes. It's supposed to take care of the carriers. And then they get fed up. Then they don't want to supply it. And they're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just keep the money in. We'll get a bonus at the end of the year. It's weird, man. It's weird. A lot of people that pass retirement age, but they won't leave because they collecting free money. Ooh. Not me, distinguished gentlemen. The moment they say, hey, man, you can retire, they ain't got to say the rest of it. Gone. Out of here. Jace, should I send it? What are we talking about, Bryce? I constantly have to clean out the mess carriers leave on a Sunday and different vehicles, Amazon, to trash up the vehicles. We just had a full conversation about that, Virginia. Ugh. You especially, I think you're a lady, right? Yeah. Keep that, man. I know that there's some females that keep gloves, the little rubber gloves. My daughter has the sleeves. She keeps her legs covered. She be looking like she ready for war, cooking, but she keep her skin covered. I'm worried about getting an infection. It's just weird. We're not with the USPS. Sorry, it was just enlightening. Oh, okay. Man, you said it seems unsafe, and yet the post office, safety first. Everything they did is a contradiction. It's like, be safe, but yet get back at 30-year-old black, 30-year-old black mold. You must be in Miami. You know about that black mold. I be looking inside them vehicles. I was like, I don't know how people sit in this vehicle for such a long time. The ventilation is bad inside of them. The moisture is horrible. And then just the hot box, yes, there's mold inside of them. Have to deal with hot trucks on top of supervisors. Crazy to walk into disrespect from homeowners at times, and they have to disrespect the supervisors. It's true. Only thing to worry, getting these Amazon packages delivered. Ugh, that's a rough one. This is true. NALC is trash. No. Let me correct you. NALC is not trash. It is a union. It is awesome. Your leaders are trash. Change the culture. NALC was doing a thug dizzle last few times when they had the other people in there. It's the leadership. Just change the leadership. That's it. Put people in there that know what they're doing. They're going to fight what they can. They're going to fight. They say take an extra braid if you feel heat exhausted. Yes, next day you're getting an II for stationary event. McCarran, Louisiana, LOVs is 120 degrees plus, and management wants to know why we stopped for 2 extra minutes. Hurry up. And you know what? I challenge every carrier. The moment it starts getting hot, you screenshot it. You take one of the little thermometers, just take a picture. The moment they say it's hot, you get back there and say, look, write me up. Go ahead, look. Go ahead, write me up. You wasting paper. You want me to send this to you in an email? Because you're going to have to send this up to your boss because I'm not going to move any faster. It was 112 degrees today. You see this? See the timestamp? See it? I'm going to mail it to you. There's nothing to discuss. You want to talk to me? Talk to me in my union. But I'm going to send this to you so you can see what my excuse is going to be. You're not going to sit here and rush me because while you're sitting in here on your ass talking on the telephone in the air conditioned 65, 70 degree warm, cool office, and you're talking about I need to hurry my ass up, get your ass on. 120 degrees. You go sit out in that hot box for about an hour. Just go sit there. Roll your windows up. Why do you need to roll your windows up? Because that's going to simulate what I got to deal with while I'm working. Sit out there in that hot box. All right? About 11 o'clock in the morning. Then see if you make it back in here. You want me to call your family? Get out of here. I got Jay worked up today. Woo! I wonder if that's why I sneeze so much. I sneezed and caught my nose. Yeah. It's disgusting. NALC is largely disorganized, but get organized. Rat infestation and a ceiling fan from the AC leak. I have to do so much to get ready to deliver mail. I wipe my truck down, put a towel in the seat and a small cushion for me to sit on. We sit on the collar. Yes, that's what you got to do. Sunshine, she already know. Got to. Go home and I touch my grandbabies and I got fungus on my fingers. No, come on now. No. I used to have an issue when I got in my truck. I'm very clean. And I would spray the steering wheel down. Tractor trailer operators were probably nastier than all of you. But I never used gloves. And I guess whatever it was I was wiping, I used the hand thing, and it was eating my fingers up. My fingers were peeling. And it's a shame, but you got to do that. I'd rather my fingers peel just because of the, Clorox wipes or whatever than catch an infection because somebody's just nasty. You know when them vehicles were the cleanest? Back in COVID times, everybody was scared. They were like opening doors with their elbows when people were clean. Damn shame, right? These Amazon packages are becoming bigger and heavier, and sometimes 2 or 3 packages take up my van space because they're so big. 75 pounds maximum, what they supposed to do. And if you can't do it, don't hurt yourself. You let them know the moment you start bringing, I can't do this. Well, you said you could. I can't do this. It's not 75 pounds. Yes, it is. It says it on the box. You take out your marker and you write down the word 100 on it. You see what it is? It's 100 pounds. No, you just wrote that. Exactly. They just wrote 75 on there. That damn thing is heavy. I just wrote something else on there. You can't believe what they write. They do that so that they don't have to have their people go and deliver it because our sucker ass is going to sit there. Man, you know how much stuff? I used to go to the Amazon plant to pick up their pallets that brought it back to the plant. I'm talking about generators, all kind of foolishness. And all I'm thinking, this big ass box is a generator. And suppose my daughter got to carry this up the stairs. These people done lost their mind and they got like 46 kg on there. Get out of here. Stop lying. Put that on a return, send it right back to them. They want us to do it. You know whose fault that is? That's our fault. It is. It's our fault. We keep ordering stuff. It's a shame. Amazon. My LLV was sitting at 93 all week, but when I got back, it was sitting at 105 to 113 all day. That's foolishness. I saw a video of a carrier putting a Bissell into a LLV. Oh, that's disgusting. Had the dog climb into my vehicle today. People would never understand. They would never understand what a postal worker has to deal with. The things that you can talk to them about, they would never comprehend. You cannot, unless your people work at the post office, nobody in your own home can you ever come home to them and they really feel what you're feeling. You can't walk in your door and say, man, my supervisor was tripping today. And they really understand you because you cannot relay that to somebody that's never worked at the post office. What happened? Oh man, they was tripping. They was telling me to rush. They hear, oh, they was just telling you to hurry up. No, that's not how it is. They was being that person. Nobody could understand what a postal worker deals with. They couldn't. And a lot of that has to do with the way that management drills people. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that the management drilling people is caused by a lot of the people that have been there that have gotten complacent and have caused the domino effect. It is. Like I used to talk about before, going out on the dock and you see people just sitting on the dock with their phone watching movies while you got other people over there running up and down the dock handling the mail. Then you got a good manager that got to come out and say something to somebody because everybody's supposed to be moving stuff. And now that good manager becomes the asshole. It's so bass backwards here. And I don't even know how this place would get fixed. They need to just clean house. Clean out. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. But it is wild. It's wild. And like the mail handler union, just y'all think y'all got it bad. Mail handlers, they get paid the least out of everybody else. And they have no clue on what's going on, when they're gonna get their big raise or whatever. It's bad. It's bad. And this is from the person that always talks about it's good. Now, the circumstances, the working environment, all the other foolishness is bad. Yes. The only good thing that I'm seeing about this place is the money and the benefits. And unfortunately, the carriers can't say the money anymore. But the benefits and the stability at this point. That's the only thing that's good about here. Stability, knowing that you can always punch a clock straight through COVID-19 and COVID 2025. You'll always be able to punch a clock. You always have stability. But everything else in between has become nonsensical. There's nothing appetizing about punching a clock. When you sit there and you wake up and you start getting anxiety, and I don't even like using that word, but it's real. You get anxiety just to walk through the door, knowing that you got to deal with this asshole, this chick, this person, your coworkers. It's not appetizing anymore, which is why I keep saying, right there, change the culture. Change the culture. Or embrace the suck. It is what it is. We got to do something. And again, don't get it misconstrued. We're not talking about revolting. It's about putting intelligent people in place in order to help this organization grow. The only way it's going to grow is if we have good people that want the same goals that management wants in a realistic time frame, instead of this unrealistic foolishness. Unrealistic. Hey, you want everybody back at 6 o'clock? Great. Give us enough people. Give us enough people. But understand, we got to start at the right time to get us back at the right time. And you have to take into account the heat. And you got to take into account the snow. And you got to take into account the hurricane or the wind or the windstorm or the traffic or the school's back in session. Let's take into account everything before you sit behind the desk with your fake analytics saying that it can be done. Show me. I'm good for that. Jay, you always good. Show me if you can be done. Show me. Okay, show me. Show me how you get back in. I know school just started. Everything's screwed up over here. Show me. Just show me. If it can be done and you show me exactly how to do it, I will follow suit. But if you can't do it, then shut the front door. Shut the front door. Don't talk about it. Be about it, cousin. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to read y'all stuff. I've been rambling. My husband wants to get the shirt I'm wearing. Oh, yeah. If you see underneath my video, Little Things by Tina, she just dropped these off to me today. She's got a ton of them. They're in there somewhere. Jay with the keyboard typing effect. You like that, right? They don't take those things into account, though. This is true. This is true. Oh, man, I got stories for days. Everybody think Jay got it easy. No, I just know facts. They follow people. And here goes. They followed one person one day. The person was getting pulled in for II. And I was in a supervisory role. And I said, I can't do it. They said, why not? They said, well, during the last month, this person has been late consistently. I said, oh, okay, let's take a look. And they follow the breadcrumbs. That's what they call them, breadcrumbs. On your scanners, breadcrumbs. Okay, this person went here, and they're always late on the. I said, okay, all right, cool. But during this time of year, let's go back 4 or 5 months. Well, he just got lazy. Let's go back 4 or 5 months. Cool. That was the summertime. I said, oh, he doesn't look like he was late here. Don't look like he was late there. Well, why do you think? I said, okay, well, let's follow how fast he was going. Well, all of a sudden he gets over here and he wants to slow down. I said, oh, okay. Well, let's zoom in on Google Earth. Well, the real story is that every time he hit a certain spot, he had to slow down. Why? Because it was a goddamn school zone. He didn't have the issue on the weekends. And he didn't have the issue during the summertime. And I explained that to management. I said, you can't write this man up for this. He's late consistently because of the school zone. You see it. We zoomed in. There it is. School zone. You see the time. You have it all documented. Can't bring him in for. They said, you are way too analytical. And that's when I got out of management. They told me that. And I said, okay. All right. Just because I'm not your puppet. Investigative interview. We did the investigating already. There's no need to pull this man in the office. I didn't even like the guy. There's no need to pull him in the office. For what? We figured it out. I figured it out for you. You've never driven a truck, but I figured it out for you. They told me I'm too analytical. That's when I got out of management. Sure did. Foolishness. They don't take realistic situations into consideration. Construction takes effect as well. Supes be bugging about the time. You know what don't lie about time? Videos. You know what you're not supposed to record? Mail. You know what you can record? The street. Why? You know why? Because when you record the street, you're protecting yourself. I got a dash cam just in case, insurance, man. I got a lot of things going on in my life. I just got the dash cam. I'm not recording myself. If somebody cut me off, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm covering my bases. I don't want to get robbed. I just want to, if anything happens, it's just a dash cam. At that point, they can see everything that's going on. Oh, I was late? Okay. Well, let me show you why. What time you say? Oh, right here? Oh, let me show you. You see that? You see the car flipped over inside? You thought I was bullshitting? There you go. Write me up. Waste your paper. Huh? Oh, now you don't want to bring me in the office? Why not? You were quick to not believe me, but now you see it. You believe me now? Why I got to go through all of this? Cover your bases. Cover your ass. I've been perfect. No, definitely not perfect. Far from perfect. Make mistakes every day. Every day I make a mistake. But I learn, consistently learn. And that's the key. I record when I'm stuck in traffic. I'm literally camera. Well, you're definitely sitting still when you're recording, right? Right? J on fire. You know it. My man Saeed. I appreciate all of you, because I'm about to get off of here. Jay got to get off of here. I got videos that I still haven't edited yet. I just wanted to share that with you guys. This was a slight rant, and it was a slight, listen, I appreciate the postal workers. Y'all ain't got to agree with me, but we all can agree. We all want better for ourselves. And if you want better for ourselves, then we have to want better for your brothers and sisters around you. It's just what it is. And if you want better for our brothers and sisters around us, we got to somehow work together. We have to change the culture. Not everybody's going to step up. We don't expect it. Not everybody's going to be a union rep. We can't accept it. But when you see management picking on somebody and you have information that could possibly help them, help your brothers and sisters out. Okay? And don't be a problem that's going to cause management to eye you. I got people that'll write me, hey man, I'm sitting there and people don't realize I know a lot of people. They'll write me, hey man, hey man, was you doing this? And then they give me the other side of the story. I'm like, oh, okay, well, it makes sense. Don't cause the trouble. We're here to do a job, get paid, go home. That's it. Enjoy life with your family. This place ain't it. All right, make it what it's supposed to be for you. And I'll read the last couple of things and then we get from around here. Hey, y'all from Washington, Missouri. Nice, Paul. When you see that tuck high five, no question. Jay, for who? Don't do that, Elijah. I'm going to kick you out of the group. I'll kick you out. President what? Tick diwa, unlead diwa. Here's a funny one for you. Boss was following me in a personal vehicle to do street ops. The cop pulled up on my boss for following LOV. I almost said, I don't know who that is. You should have. That's funny. That is funny. Jay is on camera. Definitely not perfect. No question. I like to say the job is like that old cartoon where they dangle a bone in front of the dog and dog just keeps running after it, but just enough for you to keep running after that bone. That's a good analogy. But listen, I don't want to wear out my welcome with you people. Anxiety is becoming part of the USPS, unfortunately. That is so real. That's so real. I had this young lady call me the other day crying because she was so overwhelmed. Because you got nasty managers just running their mouth. Hold on. This is the lady just texted me now. And just nasty to them. And they knew no help given. I don't know, talking about she had a pivot or I don't know how to pivot a piece of, and just no lights or something. They telling her to use her flashlight. She's like, they ain't give me no flashlight. She couldn't get the light on inside the vehicle, couldn't see the mail boxes in the houses in a rural area. And it's like, anxiety is be real. You working on a dock and you got a bunch of people that are obnoxious and you're an introvert and you just don't want to be around that. Anxiety is real. There's a lot going on at this place. This culture is wild. It's wild. But with all that being said, let me got so many other stories I could tell you, but keep up. You're amazing. Totally agree. Great. And just vent sometime and know what's going on. Oh my goodness, I wear my headlamps when the time changes. That's how you do it. Got to wear headlamps. But when they're new, they don't teach them that. When they're fresh, a lot of people come in here can't even get a uniform. And they don't know nothing about headlamps or the finger lamp. You know there's a finger lamp so they can thumb through the mail. Did they ever find that suspect that killed that? I didn't even know about that one. Killed a postal carrier in Chicago. See, that's weird. But again, let me get off of here. Postal family, I love y'all. Y'all try to help me. Try to. Oh, Wanda just texted me. Try to help each other out. All right. This ain't about me. It's about we. All right. And if y'all ever stressed out, just listen to some relaxing music when you get home. That's just my take on it. All right. Oh man. Supervisor's favoritism on other carriers. Yeah, this is true. All right, let me get out of here. We somewhat of a family. And I'm out. Y'all remember, if you see that lady underneath there, I don't get none of this money, just so you know. I don't sell nothing. It's just, sometimes it's good to help your own family out without nothing wanting in return. It is. Blessings come later on in life. This is true.